Alright, so here we have all of the colors of the iPhone 16. The pink, then the white, black, ultramarine, and teal. And one of the interesting things right off the bat is that this is kind of the first year where every color that I unboxed was a little polarizing to me at first, but as I kind of looked at them more and now have spent some time with them, I actually really like every color for what they offer. I could actually see myself having any single one of these colors. In the pink unboxing, I actually said that I couldn't see myself having pink. I totally take that back. It's actually a really nice color. Same thing with the teal and the ultramarine. They were just a little polarizing at first, but my eyes kind of got used to it, especially after last year's kind of like very muted colors that looked a little bit white to most people. Like every single color just kind of looked white and washed out. So this is definitely kind of refreshing, and I think a lot of you are really going to like the colors and how they pop. Now here, let me move the colors a little bit off to the side so you can see kind of the difference to how Apple presents them on the boxes, in case you're wondering. So it's always tough because especially online, I think the teal looks really green, almost minty in some of the pictures that I saw. The ultramarine looks maybe a little bit more blue, black more black. The white, I don't know how it looks online really. I didn't really look at it, but it always kind of looks white online and it never is. This year it actually is finally white. And the pink I thought was going to be a little bit more of a hot, kind of stronger pink, but in real life it's more of a very subtle pink, and then it has like a little bit of kind of in the direction of going towards purple. Like it's not purple at all, but it's kind of going in that direction, if that makes sense. So you can see that the boxes are never really a true representation of what the colors actually look like, and neither are really the online images. These colors do change a lot depending on the lighting and also just in person when you actually look at them and handle them. Now I would say right off the bat, if any color kind of interests you from the beginning, that should be the color that you actually go for. You should really go on first impressions on these, on how they look right now here in the studio. And look at that, it's quite a nice selection of colors, especially after looking at the Pro colors all day, which are very boring and dull. This is just a breath of fresh air. Truly, I would switch to this phone right now if it had 120 Hertz Pro motion on the screen. That's really the only reason that I'm keeping the Pro, and Apple knows that. If they put that on this, they would basically cannibalize the sales of the Pro at this point. So unfortunately, I will be keeping the Pro just for that reason, but everything else, like all the features and everything here, are more than enough, and I don't really need anything else from the Pros. So frankly, even if you had a Pro in the past couple years, if you're okay with the slower motion refresh rate on the screen and kind of seeing things a little bit blurry, the thing with that is that as long as you've never seen 120 Hertz or anything higher than that in computers and stuff, then you're perfectly fine using 60 Hertz. It's one of those things that when you see it, you really can't go back to kind of seeing 60 Hertz again, or else it looks kind of blurry day to day. But truly, I highly recommend the iPhone 16 lineup over the Pro lineup. Now, before we get too deep into this video, I do want to thank the sponsors for this video, ESR. So first thing, we have their hybrid case, and I actually have a pink case here to showcase the fact that for the white phone, you really should think about it as this really versatile color that you can put absolutely any case color on. So you're not really committing to a color as much as you are committing to the fact that you can change the color at any moment. At least that's how I see a white phone, because absolutely any case you put on this is gonna look really good. And this is their hybrid stash case. It has this really awesome stashed out stand that is award winning. It's super thin, really nice. Their MagSafe here is actually twice as strong as Apple's cases, which is also really great. So anything that you stick to this, let me go ahead and show you, sticks on there so hard, it will not come off. If you do a car mount, if you do a desktop mount, anything like that, it's like on there unless you forcefully actually remove it, which is really nice. So you don't have things falling off of your MagSafe. And we also have their Cloud series cases here that are a really nice soft silicone, and they're designed to kind of not attract hairs and dust and everything like that. They have a really nice coating on here. And they also have the stash stand right here. And you can put this from like any angle, either really small or really far out. So you can use this phone either standing this way or flip it around this way. Really, any way you want to use this stand, you can actually use it, which is really nice. And it's just hidden back there in the back of the phone. And both of these cases are going to withstand up to 11 feet of drops, which is also very nice. If you need something a little bit stronger, well, they also have their Cyber Tough cases, and we have this really cool blue color right here. And these are strong cases that are multi-layered, and same thing, MagSafe, twice as strong as Apple's cases. You can kind of see there. This is definitely if you're going out and about hiking or anything, you want to make sure that your phone's going to take drops over 20 feet, then this is going to be the case for you. You can see that there, cutouts for the camera controls. And let's go ahead and just see kind of like how phones look in cases here with the different colors. Because one of the things that I like stressing is the fact that clear cases are really good on certain phones, but not others. So for example, a clear case on the black phone, I'm personally not the biggest fan of that. But then if you give me a clear case here on really honestly any of the other colors, but specifically, let's actually do the ultramarine here. You can see that it actually works really well. For the black one, I would do more something like a frosted case as opposed to this right here. And talking about clear cases, actually I wanted to show you an actually full clear case on one of these, like for example, the teal. So you can see here, like all these main bright colors, so the pink, the teal, and the ultramarine are gonna look fantastic in clear and bright cases. So look at that, really nice. I think the MagSafe ring especially does stand out with a color like this teal. And that's gonna be true to all three of these. Like the pink, for example, specifically, I think looks the best out of all these in a clear case. The same as good probably as the white one, but look at that. I think that's the way to go for these colors. I definitely wanna show it off, and I would definitely go with a clear case, because also when you get a color, you can't really mix and match too many colors. Like for example, we can't just go ahead and put this blue case on the pink, even though it kind of works. But I could have, of course, put this on the white phone or a pink case on the white phone, and I've lost the white phone. Here it is. And so really any color would work like on a white phone. And that's kind of one of the main reasons I want you to kind of think about if you're getting a phone. You might like pink a lot, but will you like pink 1 year from now, 2 years from now, depending on how long you're gonna keep the phone? Maybe, maybe not. If you wanna swap to a yellow case, then a white phone would be better than a pink phone, etc. And then of course you gotta think about things like if you get the black one, is black and yellow a vibe that you like, or do you prefer white and yellow? Because I think white just goes with a lot better, like with bright cases. I think it matches a lot more. For example, if we were to put this pink case right here, pink and white looks lovely, but pink and black to me, just kind of dull, boring, not as vibrant and nice. So keep that in mind when you're choosing a phone, when you're choosing a case for future reference. And with that, I do want to thank the sponsors of this video, ESR, for bringing all these cases into the video, showing you guys all these products, and I appreciate it. Make sure to check the links down below in the description to check out their products. And again, thanks to ESR for sponsoring the video. That was fantastic. I literally just dropped my new 16 Pro Max and destroyed the whole screen protector on that. Good thing I put the screen protector on it, I guess. An impressive feat, like truly impressive to do. Wow. Wow. All right, so now moving on, let me show you the fronts of all these phones so you can kind of see the aluminums around the sides. Ooh, you can see Face ID trying to go off there, but look at that right there. You can see the pink, the silver there. The black one, you can see that one you can't really see anything. It just looks like it's part of the screen. You might like that, you might not, but there you can kind of see. The teal is almost like the black one. So if you want color and then something that's not gonna pop as much from the front, that's going to be the teal. Does a good job of kind of hiding the borders when you're looking at it from the front. But there you go. Pink is definitely the most noticeable here from the front. Let me turn on the screen again. Oh, I hate when they do that. They're trying to transfer things to each other. But hopefully that just kind of gives you an idea there. Let's go ahead and stack all these. Don't worry, you have screen protectors on all these, thankfully. And let's go ahead and see the sides of all these here together, so you can kind of compare. There you go, you can kind of see there are the volume buttons as well as the action button on all of them. So no more ringer switch with that little red dot or orange dot, I think it was on there. Now it's all just the color of the phone. Let's go ahead and turn it slowly here to the bottom so you can see all the USB-C ports. And bear with me, it's a little difficult to kind of maneuver all these, especially since I have 2+ models in here. Alrighty, that's a little easier there, but you can see that the screws right next to the USB-C ports are not tinted to the color of the phone. It's a small detail, but a detail worth noting because the Pro models do have that, so they give more attention to detail on the Pro models than these. However, it's not something that I mind. You're never really gonna look down there. What's that going to affect? Now, if we turn it to the right side, we have the new camera button right there. You can see how it's tinted slightly off the main body here on the aluminum. I really do like that. They made it kind of look like the antenna lines that they used to have there. It looks really good. I really do like the contrast there with the button, and then also the sleep and wake button right there. I like that. And of course the antenna lines that you can see here also colored differently. I think the same color as the buttons on the camera here. And there you go, a little close-up of the actual camera modules there with that lovely kind of texture. It looks like a candy of sorts. I love that on all the 3 color devices. Of course, the black and the white, you really don't see any cool color there, but the other ones, look at that. It's so nice. I really love that little touch. I also like that the camera module is kind of vertical, and with the 2 lenses, it just looks so much better than something like the Pro Max. I mean, look at this. It looks so ugly in my opinion by comparison. This just looks so good with the 2 lenses. I just love how that looks. Now, the flash right there, you can see it super noticeable on the black one. Not as noticeable on the white one. I think the white one hides it the best. So the con there is that the white one actually shows the lenses the most out of all of them, because it's like stark white, stark black, while the black one hides the lenses, but you see the flash. So pros and cons with everything. The other 3 kind of land somewhere in the middle, but honestly, a great lineup of colors. Now, just to show it to you, slightly different lighting. Let's bring it up here to the camera carefully, because I don't want to drop any of this here. That way you can see them in slightly different lighting right there. Let's see if I can hold these up. You can see that they do change slightly when they have slightly kind of more yellow lighting hitting them a little bit. I think the teal is the one that changes the most, at least from my angle here from this distance. You can see that there. Black and white, not really changing much there. But the pink and the teal and the blue, ultramarine, I keep thinking it's just blue, but it kind of is just blue. You can see them there. I feel like they do change as you get closer and further away from somebody or the camera or whatever, as they attract more light. I do really like the look of that. And of course, when you get a colorful phone, it's gonna pop out a lot. I genuinely think that I might go for this phone. If I was going for a 16 or 16 plus, I might go for the teal, because it's kind of right in between. It's not too bright like the ultramarine or the pink, but it's also not too dull like the black, and the white honestly is even brighter. I feel like you could see that from a mile away. Look at that. But it does look clean, and I would probably have a case on it, so that's why I might go white, just because I could put any case color on it and be satisfied with that. Let's just go through the full rundown of phones here so you can kind of see them up to my face there. Black, of course, not going to attract too much attention, or any attention. I don't think anyone's going to care about a black phone. There's the pink. The pink, really lovely. The more that I see it and the more that I use it, I just really like the texture on it, the look of it. Very, very fun. The same thing with the ultramarine. I just think that it's a little bit too, for me, like detergent-y, where like I don't think I could commit to this color for a long time, but maybe. It would be kind of on the whim, really. Let's swap the angle here to kind of more of a texting angle with all of them. And excuse the sound if you hear it's like AirDrop going off on all these phones, but here from a distance, kind of more of a texting angle so you can kind of see all the colors. And it is getting extremely hot in this room. I'm about to start sweating because I turned off the AC, and I guess that was a bad idea. But yeah, and then maybe from a distance, let me see if I can lock all these and show you the fronts from really far away. Ooh, are they gonna let me? They're all gonna start booting up. This AirDrop thing is ridiculous. It shouldn't be on by default. Oh yeah, you can see them there. So there you go. Those are the fronts of all the phones. Let me get them a little closer there so you can see how the colors look. You can really see that the pink and the ultramarine really stand out even from the front. So if you want a standout phone, those are the 2 colors to get right there. So I think for me, the teal is in its own camp, the white and black in their own camp, and then the ultramarine and pink in their own camp as well. They kind of just divided into groups based on how they kind of act and look here. And last angle right here, if I can, if that even helps at all. Look at that. There are the aluminum sides, which I really love. They feel really great. I still love aluminum. I prefer the feeling of it more to titanium. I think aluminum just feels really nice. There's a texture to it that I really like. And so it's good that they're still using it on here. Yeah, they all just look really nice this year. I really like them. I wish we would have gotten maybe a yellow, maybe a green, but hopefully maybe mid-year we'll get another color to add to this, which will look very nice. Now, hopefully throughout the video, you've kind of seen the different angles and the different lighting that I've added in B-roll, inside, outdoors. Hopefully I've added all that stuff in there. I think this year it's quite an easy choice, because even if you make a mistake, I think you'll like it. Unlike previous years, I'm not sure 100% on that, but I just feel like previous years, the colors were like demonstrated a little bit different online, and then when you'd get them, you'd be disappointed, and then you'd want to exchange it or return it. But this year, I think if you commit to any of these colors, once you see it, once you spend some time with it, I would say spend some time with it, just because they are a little polarizing at first compared to some of the other colors of other smartphones of the market. Then after that time is spent, I think you'll really grow to like it. I was really not sure about all these colors at the beginning. White honestly is still my favorite. I think this is the best white phone we've had in a really long time, and I would recommend it if you're kind of not sure what to get. I say go white and then get a case color that you like, and that's it. Very simple. Just decide on that. You're gonna really like it. It's very, you're never gonna get tired of white. I mean, it's very clean and it's just gonna look good. It's timeless. Same thing with black. If you're going for a sleek look, you're gonna put a scanner or a case on this. Just black it out, make it look, you know, not special, and make sure no one looks at you, and you just want a stealthy Batman look, then this is going to work really well as well. If you want colorful cases, I would just remove black completely and not get that at all. It's just not fun to put cases on the black, in my opinion. If you want something that really pops, then it's really two choices here: blue or ultramarine and pink. I think these are the two. If you really want to pop, remove the teal from the list, because the teal just does not pop. It does not have that bright energy, and you're gonna be mistaken. If that's what you want and you get the teal, you're not going to get that. So pink, ultramarine, between these two if you want to pop. Now, if you're in a middle ground, you want something that pops, you want something that's different from everyone else, but you don't want it to be seen from a mile away, this is where the teal comes in. It'll match a lot more cases, I think, than the pink and the ultramarine, because this camera here is a lot darker. So when you put it on cases, it's just darkens out, and you can kind of use this with a lot of different cases without popping out too much. Meanwhile, the pink and the ultramarine, when you put that with cases, they're still going to pop a ton. So it's really going to affect the look of the case and change the whole vibe. I would definitely do ultramarine or pink with no case or clear case, and that's it, or a case that at least matches the color that you got. There we go. I think this is how I would do it. This, just to simplify it for you and make things easier for you, I think that's what I would go with. So if you're at right camp, you got two choices. Left camp, you got two choices. And if you don't like either side, then you're gonna end up on teal. If I had to just rank them based on the actual phones that I would actually buy and actually use, I would have to commit to white first, then second pink, then teal, then ultra, then black. I definitely wouldn't want black this year. These colors are just a little bit too fun. The white is definitely too good to miss out on. And so black would just be something that I wouldn't even consider at all for this model. I think it's a little bit too boring for me for this year, especially. Of course, different strokes for different folks, and that is how it is. You can see them there. One last look at them again, and this concludes the video. The white, the pink, the teal, ultramarine, and the black. Which one are you going for? Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know why. And my voice is almost dead. Please like this video. It really helps the channel out a ton. Please check out the other unboxings as well and everything, just to also help the channel out. And yeah, that's enough rambling about iPhone colors for today. I want to leave you guys with the fact that ultimately none of this matters, right? Like, I think a lot of people like to comment a lot of like, I can't believe you'd make a 20-minute video on colors and stuff. And it's like, yeah, I mean, like the point is that this is inconsequential things to life. It is just for fun. It is just because I personally like design. I personally like colors. I grew up also very young with Apple, and I've been making these videos for a really long time. So it's kind of like a tradition, and it's just fun. It's literally, that is the explanation for why you would talk about colors for 20-30 minutes. It's because I enjoy it. It's fun. It's almost like this is what goes in my head if I wasn't making the video. I'm very indecisive. I don't know what colors I want to choose. I don't know what colors I like. I need to spend time with them. I need to see them. And before I used to make these videos, I would go to the Apple store and literally spend an hour plus looking at everything and not being able to decide what I'm going to get, what I want, what do I want to dream about getting, etc. Sometimes it wasn't even about buying something. Literally, it was just about, do I want to dream about the black MacBook or the white MacBook? And that was me as a kid. And so this is literally me living out that dream of being able to kind of test everything out, play around with it for a couple hours, and you know, just talk to some of you that also share the same interests. So I thought I'd add this little kind of note at the end. But yes, thanks for watching this video. I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.